I had only been in the Philippines about a year at that time, and I was riding with the guys, Romy, Toto, bunch of these local guys. They were riding, and they said to me, "Hey, do you want to go to that island, Tablas? And do you want to go riding for the day?" And I said, "Sure." And we had to rent a boat, and we had to take it to that island. And it was very far, and it was very remote. We took our bikes over on the boat. We landed there in the morning. We left it early in the morning, and it was quite the experience. And Tablas Island was big. It was big. And throughout the day, we just kept going and going and traveling. I had never driven there, so I didn't know really what to expect. So we went ahead and just had all these excursions all throughout the island. And I noticed throughout the day, everyone was having difficulties crashing and stuff. And all these problems, there was police giving tickets, and there was all these kind of things happening on Tablas Island. And I noticed throughout the day that I was the only one that didn't have these problems. I was the only one that didn't get a ticket or crash. And we had lots of jumps and stuff like that. And it was wild. We went through these little towns. I don't know what they're called, Santa Fe or something like that. And it was really wild. It was wild. I had never been there before. I was just following the leader because I didn't know where I was going, right? So we had just this long day. I think it was like 150 kilometers around the whole island. I was exhausted. I had run out of water. I was very hungry. And at the end of the day, we went back to the boat. And then we realized that it was low tide. You know, in the Philippines, the tide comes and goes very fast. And we were beached. We could not like leave. And I was like, okay. I was very thirsty. And it was getting late in the evening. And I went to this little sorry market store, local one. And I want water. And they said, we have no water. And that was the only one open anywhere at that time, because it was just it was like a jungle town. There was nothing open. So I said, what do you have? I'm dying of thirst. And they had these little bottles, very cute, of Coca-Cola. And I think I got like 10 bottles of Coca-Cola. Because I said, I don't care, I'm thirsty. I need liquid. And of course, we know that Coca-Cola is not like the best thing to drink. But I had no choice. And I wasn't prepared for this long trip. And I just went ahead and was drinking that Coke. I didn't really like it, but it was liquid. So I'm sitting there thinking, we got to spend the night here because the boat was beached with low tide. I wasn't very happy because I hadn't planned on it. I just thought we were coming home. I would sleep in my beautiful bed, my king-size bed that night. And we were stuck on the beach, and there was like lamuks biting us. And I was like, not mosquitoes. And I was like, you know, like, OMG, like this is gonna be one heck of a night here in Tablas Island. And I was just sitting there, and they said, you wanna sit in our bamboo hut? And I said, okay. So I was just tired and hungry, and all of a sudden, right outside the hut, I hear a chop, 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 and the chicken was going, ah, ah. And I turned out, I said, what's going on out there? And they go, we're chopping the head off the chicken, and we're gonna have fresh chicken for dinner. And I had only been in the Philippines for like a year. I was very sort of city oriented, and now I would probably be different. But back then, I was like, you're killing the poor chicken. Oh, that's horrible. And they said, we're gonna have dinner tonight. And the chicken was bouncing around, and I go, oh, I can't eat that chicken. It's horrible. That's terrible. That poor little gobble, gobble, gobble. No, that's a turkey. The chicken. Yeah, that poor little chicken. Can't eat that guy. So I said, I will not eat. I will just lay in this hut and I will wait for the morning and I will go home when the high tide comes and I will have food at my home. So all night long I was starving because we had a long day and we were hungry. And we just finally it was 5 in the morning, 4 or 5, and I was ready to go home. I was ready to go home. Yeah, I had slept in this bamboo wood hut thing and I didn't eat. I was hungry. I was thirsty for water. And I said, get me off of this Tablas island. I want out of here. I want home. I want to open my fridge and drink water. And I want to eat real food, not dead chickens who they just chopped their head off. I was disgusted and I was very sad for that poor little chicken. Oh, my heart bled. Well, actually, he bled. And so we finally got home and I said, oh, if I had known that this was going to happen, I would have brought extra food, extra water. I'm the type of guy that I overpack and I make sure I'm not in a bad situation. However, on Tablas Island, I was in a bad situation and I just haven't never gone back there and that kind of trip, but I would like to. But if I ever went back to Tablas Island, if I ever went back for riding, I've gone back, but not like that before. I will go ahead and pack lots of water and lots of food just in case the boat got stuck like it did. But Tablas Island was a really fun ride. Everybody, and we went to the hospital. One of the riders had some serious stitches and we saw some dead person get carried out of the hospital, old lady or something. And it was just quite the experience. Everybody had traumatic experience, whether it was the police hassling them with tickets, going the wrong way. I went the wrong way too, but I didn't get caught, so that didn't count. And lots of people crashed, stitches, hospital, injuries all over their body. However, I got lucky that trip. I didn't have anything except a very hungry belly. And I was so sad for that very poor chicken. Oh, I feel so sorry for that chicken. And so that was my Tablas experience. I'll go back, but I will be ready. I'll be ready with lots of food and water next time. But that was my Tablas experience. It was beautiful. It was a fun trip. It was a rugged trip. And it was wild. And it was a lot of fun too. Thank you. And I appreciate you. Please subscribe, like, if you like this show. Hopefully you like it. I like it. You better like it. But thank you once again for subscribing to the channel. We're having fun here. Doing a lot of riding. And we do a lot of experience. You know, the Philippines has a lot of different kinds of experiences. It's really what we call living life. And today I shared with you one of the experiences of living life and also watching that chicken die. So, but thanks again. And we're going to see you, of course. Oh, we're going to see you. We're going to see you next time. Thank you. Take care.